So Valve somehow remembered that they're a company that makes video games, and so they did. And instantaneously, some loser journalist leaked everything he could about this new project. Now, if I was someone who believed in star signs, aka a woman, I would say that this is probably a bad omen.
So this has been a pretty popular topic today. There is a new game that's been called Deadlock. This is something that senior editor, we played Valve's secret new shooter, Deadlock.
Secret new shooter? There are tons of Discord servers where people are streaming playing this game, by the way. Absolutely tons. If there's one thing that Deadlock isn't, it's secret at this point. And now even more not secret. It's kind of insane.
Well, nothing says it's a secret like taking screenshots of it and posting them publicly on your website with ads all over it. So yeah, early development build. Deadlock is still early in development with a lot of temporary art and experimental gameplay. Do not share anything about the game with anyone. Wow. Well, I think somebody...
A little bit too late for that, it seems like.
He didn't follow the directions. It's a secret, bro. Stop telling everyone. Yep, there you go. Do not share. And a lot of people are mad that this happened, right? And this is the match, and this is, I guess, somebody who posted. Is this the guy's article? I don't know. But this is the footage here, and you can see, obviously, it's, you know, kind of like an Overwatch-style game, etc. You know, I never clicked the button, so...
This is not Overwatch, okay? This is Overwatch mixed in with Smite. Now, admittedly, I would say it probably takes the best parts of Smite and Overwatch to a degree, but honestly... I don't think this game is going to last. I think in 2 months, this game is going to be completely dead. It's really boring. It is. There's not a lot of action. Rounds seemingly take somewhere between 30 and whatnot minutes to finish. And the thing is, while the items are cool, while the things that you do are kind of cool, you get the zip line all over the place like Bioshock. And, well... that's kind of it. There's a lot of downtime. There's a lot of time where people just don't kind of do anything and are just pointlessly running. At the bare minimum, this in its current iteration has absolutely no future as a competitive esports or even as a watchable esports, to be completely frank.
So I don't really feel bad for showing it. But, yeah, this is...
But it does have the ability to change, and I have to say, what is there currently is kind of good. You just need to make it a little bit more, you know, interesting and not boring. And there you have it. And that means that they probably need to make the map smaller or something. Now, I don't know how they should do this, but they definitely need to make the gameplay more active. Because there's so many situations where you're just... running and literally nothing's happening. You're not, and though that you're placing wards and whatnot, but here, no. Movement feels like a failed gank in League of Legends. When you do the walk of shame back because your opponent understood that you're ganking and now you have wasted a minute.
Is clearly what it looks like, and a lot of people are pretty positive about it. It seems like the game is being pretty well received. Obviously, it's not ready yet. That's why they tell people not to talk about it or post about it. So yeah, that's basically, it's another Overwatch. Yeah, will your Steam account get banned for talking about it? No, they're not going to ban people's Steam accounts for that. It's crazy. At least I don't think so. So basically...
Yeah, they already banned the guy who actually leaked all of this. So technically we're talking about already known stuff and details that you can see from the leaks.
Basically, this is what's happened. They're explaining the way the game is, and a lot of people are mad at Tom for this. Congrats, Tom. You just got community noted. And so it says the game's in early development, everything is work in progress. The author blatantly ignored an informal NDA, asking them not to share any information about the game, and thus was justly banned from the playtest. So, then there's the little salute.
This is why gaming journalists are just absolutely a plague upon society. Okay, listen, there's the Nurgle plagues, there's the Skaven plagues, and then there's the journalism plagues. I'll argue that, you know, journalists are kind of versed in the former.
This is what I did. Yeah, we want a new game, not a copycat. And so let's go ahead and take a look at this. And no, I'm not under NDA. I've signed no contracts. I made no verbal agreements. I haven't even clicked through the EULA. Really? Okay. Well,
I mean, he does have a point there, but everyone knows that this is the king of semantics, essentially, just saying this.
that's nice. So, August, turns out Valve was not fine with me trying Deadlock with friends. I have been banned from matchmaking. Oh well, please feel free to make fun of me in the comments.
Okay, yeah, sure. Valve was not fine with me trying Deadlock with friends. Oh, the journalist, the classic journalist. The moment sunlight hits them, they instantaneously squeal in anger, squeal in pain. Oh, oh no.
How are you going to act like you're a victim here when you literally went and I don't understand. Like, I get...
Bro, listen, didn't we watch video yesterday when you were acting as a victim that needs pity? Shut the fuck up, okay? America is the victimhood playground of the world, okay? And there is no greater currency than victimhood. Now, we are slowly rectifying this problem, but Germany, France, and Sweden cannot collapse fast enough for this problem to actually be rectified at a global stage. So America, you know, good luck.
Doing it, right? You're doing it because you want to make money. Sure. But you shouldn't act like this is a surprise. Or and this is another example of like why people don't like journalists. I've been banned. Many. Valve was not fine with me trying Deadlock with friends. This is why people hate journalists. It's because every single person knows that that's not the reason why you were banned. You were not...
No, every single person knows that you are, by default, by definition, a lying sack of shit that should not deserve the right to live.
Banned because you were trying the game with friends. You were banned because you posted an article about it, and you showed a bunch of gameplay with something that they were trying to hide. Now, here's another opinion that is contradictory to that. Valve is stupid for putting a game like this out there to the public with no vetting process and then expecting nobody to leak anything about it.
Bro, that was a vetting process. How do you think a journalist got in there?
Like, it's so stupid to put something like this out there and expect nobody is going to leak it. I personally think they did think that people were going to leak it, and they want people to leak.
Oh yeah, they surely expected it to leak. Otherwise, the game would... The game's pretty much finished at this point. I have no idea what is missing, if anything.
To create a sense of exclusivity, right? Like, oh wow, this is some secret game, etc. Right? I think they're doing it on purpose like this.
Wrong. Obviously, Valve didn't do this as a sense of exclusivity or some kind of... Where do you even get this? Where do you even get an idea like that? Don't you have a PC company that literally just thrives on FOMO and you still don't understand what that is? How are you this stupid? What? Sense of exclusivity? Sending an email and being randomly invited to a test? Well, I guess some people are gonna be not too happy that they didn't get invited to the test, but sense of exclusivity? What are we, kindergarten?
It's like a 5-head PR move. That's what I think they're trying to do. Let me go back. I'll go ahead and look at the responses of this too.
Also, by the way, I don't think this is that much intended to be that. Valve obviously know that there's something may happen and it may leak or whatever. But at the same time, bruh. Okay? Valve doesn't care about any of this. It's Valve, okay? Listen, it's Valve. When they make a game, that's big news. They don't even need to have a marketing team. The world is gonna be their marketing team. Most likely in the sense, oh, Valve make a game, but guess what? It's not Half-Life 3. Wow, who would have expected that?
Very cool of all the journalists rallying around unprofessionalism and hiding the replies with criticism. When a YouTube does it, condemn it. When a journalistic value does the same thing, what journalistic value does this provide when Valve made you agree to the text before playing? Well, let me explain what the journalistic value is. I'm going to go ahead and just open up a page here. and we're going to look at where the journalistic value is. So
Ads?
let me circle the journalistic value. It's right here, and you can see it. I put an arrow to it so you guys can't miss it. So the journalistic value here is very clearly because they get paid for it. They're making money off of this, and that's why they want to do it. They're doing it explicitly for money. Valve doesn't do NDAs because they like working with trust. They're pro-consumer. Well, Valve does do NDAs.
No, that's not true. Yes, Valve does obviously do that.
I guarantee you that people have signed NDAs.
Valve just didn't. Dude, imagine if Valve actually just knew that some kind of journalist from some kind of loser company that no one gives a shit about is gonna leak it, and they're like, oh, let's just ruin some journalist's life and make him a laughingstock on the internet. I would buy this game even harder, Valve. Please, yes.
With Valve. It's just that, like, customers don't do that in a different way. Like, you really think Valve doesn't do any NDAs? I mean, come on, every company does NDAs. You have to if you're a tech company.
Yeah, even asmongold, a brain damaged paper mache knows that. Like, come on, who commented that? Valve doesn't do NDAs. Bro, when asmongold understands the world better than you need to rethink your existence.
This is why they'll no longer exist in a year or two. Yeah, of course. And so if I look and see this myself, but they're just not doing NDAs like mass NDAs, which I think is very different. And I think that makes sense. Literal first thing that appears when you open Deadlock message is requesting that you don't leak any of the alpha. This is an absurdly unprofessional move by The Verge here, but anything for the first scoop. That's exactly right.
Well, it's The Verge and it's collapsing for a reason.
And so everybody is really mad at them for this.
Dude, that's such a good meme. That sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Really mad at them for this. You can't test games like Deadlock without big data. Yeah, sure.
True.
It's already closed beta with a friend invite. How do you think Valve kept Half-Life Alyx a secret for so long? Well, I mean, here's...
Half-Life Alyx was not a multiplayer thing. They did not need to do that much testing. On multiplayer games, you need to do so much more testing. It's the difference between having a cat and a horde of cats. Yeah, a single cat is probably not going to eat you while you're alive. A horde may, if they feel like it. Okay? It's completely day and night. And this is also why there probably is no hard, we're gonna sue you if you breach our NDA type of thing attached to this. Because, well, you know, that would look bad. And would be kind of stupid and whatnot.
Look, let's not, that doesn't matter. The point is that if you're writing articles and posting a bunch of stuff like this, what does this do for the environment? I think that a lot of games...
create plastic bags? I have no idea.
Journalists...
Obviously, he's talking about a different environment, but the fact that he chooses the word environment here is hilarious on its own.
Like to present themselves as being above influencers and content creators and YouTubers, right? They're like, well, we have a higher standard of ethics and behavior. And when you...
No, they're just official. No, completely wrong, dipshit. They're just official. They just count official. They are the thing that has always historically been the main source of news, whatever, opinions, and where people turn to seek whatever the hell they are seeking that they don't even know that they are seeking. That is the point why journalism matters in their opinions. They know that they are below all of these things, YouTube, Twitch streamers, and whatnot, but they can cling to the fact that they are official.
Post things like this, you immediately destroy that credibility, and you have no leg to stand on, and you have no way that you can say that you're better than anybody else.
They destroy their credibility. How many years ago at this point? We are currently at the historic point where trust in the news is at a historic low. It has never been this low, in fact. People don't trust anything.
when you're doing actually the thing that even YouTubers wouldn't even do. They are the respected source. Yeah, you're no longer respected when this happens. And I'm really glad to see this happen, whether it's with this, with Wukong, or any of the other ones where
Did something like this happen with Wukong?
these the public is made aware that these journalists are no different than a YouTuber. They're doing the exact same thing, and in fact, oftentimes they're worse. That's why they're losing their market share.
Well played, Asmongold. You literally gave an opinion that everyone had 5 years ago at this point, where it was pretty concrete that this is the case. Or something like that. Probably more, honestly. Congratulations. What a brave and stunning opinion. You should get a medal.
Very unprofessional journal movement. How YouTubers can be trusted with early versions of games years in advance, but actual publications break embargoes and then get banned. Well, it's because
Because YouTubers actually have something to lose if they lose trust. Now, admittedly, this is double-sided sword, because think about Star Wars Outlaws, for example. Juicehead, Luke Steffens, so many different creators all got paid off, and it was clear that they are shilling for a complete shit-tier game, and yet they refused to say anything good. Anything bad about it. It was pathetic. And, you know, it is what it is.
they think that they have the moral authority. That's the reason why, is that games journalists, and this is the issue, is that games journalists... So here's the developer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the publisher. Sorry, I didn't plan this out ahead. Okay. This is the journalist, right? So this is the way it actually works.
Huh?
But what games journalists think works is that they think that they're here. They think that they're on the same level as the developer, but they're not.
There was a time when this was almost true, by the way, when journalists mattered a lot, because otherwise you couldn't actually, you know, get your game out to the masses and whatnot. Then they did matter. But yeah, what is this? Dev journalists? What? Ah, that's sad. What the, bruh?
The game's journalist exists because the developer allows them to exist. You're not on Valve's level.
Asmongold literally hired a 5-year-old to do these drawings for you. People are gonna appreciate the 5-year-old drawings so much better, because this would actually be probably relatively impressive for a 5-year-old. For a 30-year-old degenerate loser, kind of sad though. Kind of sad.
That's not the way it works. That's why pride is a sin. Classic. Yes, this is exactly why pride is a sin. I can't tell you the last time I trusted a Gamer Journal review for
Pride is stupid.
a review. Gamer Journal for a review? Yeah, exactly. And so these people think that they are somehow elevated beyond like a YouTuber or beyond like an individual content creator. And in fact, I think the case has become that they're below them. But they have like this moral authority that I think makes so many other people angry. The problem is there's no standard to becoming a journalist. A lot of other standard journalism, at least back in my day, you go through a lot of training and learn integrity and professionalism.
Yeah, remember when journalists actually were kind of kick-ass? They literally, their mindset was literally, okay, I'm going to expose the drug industry, and they're going to probably try to assassinate me, but man, this is going to be big. And now journalists are, let's see what happened on Twitter. And that's it. That's your whole news cycle. They're just reposting what happened on Twitter. What a time to be alive.
Well, at the end of the day, like, a lot of that stuff matters in cases where you're talking about like a news story, because you're protecting identities of people and things like that. But this is usually just people talking about video games, right? So like a lot of those integrity things don't really matter a lot to the user in the same way that they would whether you're writing a story about like somebody in witness protection program or something like that, right? For example, LOL, people wonder why most gamers don't trust journalists. Yeah, there you go. If gaming journalists act like this all the time, then go get another job. why Valve Software banned them. This is what I would do if I was Valve.
Okay.
I would just simply not give them any early access review copies for anything at all. I would blacklist them. Because like you have to set an example with people.
What do you think banning means? What do you think Valve banning them means? That they're gonna get even more early access stuff? Okay, I'm done. Anyway, idiot. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.